I'm watching.
Deacon.
Hey, Zanny, keeping your hands clean?
Hold on. I'll get it.
Deke, you there? You drop off that rock for the kid?
Oh yeah, she was thrilled. Made her day. Hell, it made her fucking year.
I bet. Boozer out. Deke, you got your radio on? Had some time on my hands, made you some shit.
Oh, Boozer, that's amazing. Yeah. I do need some. Deacon out.
St. John. Copeland to Deacon St. John. We got a job for you.
Hey, Copeland. Okay. Yeah, I'll stop by when I can. Deacon out?
Someone's coming.
More bounties.
Surprise. I think this is the road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Alright, I'm facing the wrong way again. Oh, maybe this one? No.
Right on target. Finally.
I don't believe so. But I just started playing this game, so I don't know. There might be a whole nother mode.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
But I ammo left.
Crap the hell. Oh, that's cool. You can hear me. So essentially, yeah, these are, you're in Oregon. The year is not made clear, but things have fallen into decay, and the government shows up occasionally. And what he's discovering as a character is that the government has chemically altered people, and there are freakers who are intelligent. They can carry guns, but the rest of them are like these things, and they're like zombies. So meanwhile, there are camps, places where people have made civilization, and so then you try to aid them and you get points, or you can, I mean, I suppose at some point defriend them, or, you know, they're opposing camps, so you're kind of the in-between guy, of course. Whoa, what the hell? Why do I keep facing backwards? Why is this a maze? Oh, I see. I went up on the hill and it wouldn't let me go down. The problem with guns here again is that it attracts other. I should be just using it. Oh man, that's not good.
That's it.
I'm out of ammo and like everything. That's depressing to say the least. You should really in this game, of course, stealth everything because ultimately, if you go by the wrong area, there are hordes, and I mean I've seen up to 30 or 40 of these things. I have like 30 bullets. I'm screwed. How far away am I? This is embarrassing. But you'll see this camp. I'm going to run back. I have to get ammo. I guess I have no ammo. But yeah, normally you want to actually, I mean, basically not come into contact with these things. They will continue to chase you. And if you're unlucky, you're actually going to gather a horde, and you probably won't survive. The problem with these melee weapons is, and they're around, is they break over time. You can't do a horde with them. They, you know, I mean, you do 3 or 4, and then they'll be broken. And so hopefully by a truck or something, very often there'll be another melee weapon or a vehicle of any sort. I'm going back to the camp of the Lady Tucker in the, if you went to the map, might say. Screw it up. It's not doing it anyway. Well, this is a camp, and then once you discover it, of course, you can get tools and things like that. Or guns, you can upgrade your guns. And then, of course, like any game, I mean, I haven't gone to get pizza yet, but I mean, for the most part, like, you know, you're doing bounty things and things of that nature. But of course, ironically, I normally have a motorcycle. I can't find it. She's running somewhat of a a prison camp or whatever. Not quite, but I mean a little bit. You know, people are forced to stay and work and try to grow food. And,
How you been?
you know, it's not everything they say when all the government falls and goes to shit.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for supplies.
Can I get anything else for you? What else can I do for you?
Now, I mean, bear in mind right now, I don't really understand fully the sidearm suppressor, any of this stuff. It's not letting me buy it or anything like that.
Good choice.
I bought a med kit, but I
Good
mean,
piece. Should
right.
help out in this shit.
Last time it did not allow me to buy it, so maybe I'm possibly upgrading. You see now I have 8,520 points, so technically when I leave here, oops, I just want to make sure I have all my ammo. Otherwise you have to break open the trunks of police cars to find ammo, so that's not great. Oh, shit. They're all unlocked, that's nice. I do like the AK-47 I have, but...
You could use a gun like that.
Anyway. I haven't figured out how to upgrade anything or anything. I know, yeah. I need a samurai sword. I have a, I'll show you I think I'm good.
Come by if you still need something.
Hey,
How do I do this? Oops. Oh, no.
What?
I think it was there,
need
right?
something?
Locker. So in my locker, I have a special. I have a crossbow. So now, when
All
I
right.
come out,
I see how it
in
is.
theory.
Let me know if you need anything else.
However, I need to make my own arrows. Oh, wait. Maybe, actually, no, I take that back. Let's see if I can buy any. But this is what it's all about. So meanwhile, you got to keep going and doing all these
Supplies,
missions.
weapons.
Meanwhile, you have a friend who's in a tower that you kind of helped, and you hang out, and you're both biking buddies, bikers. And he got burned by the bad guys, and you go help him once in a while. And then you're trying to clear all these nests of these bad things that are the zombies. If you go to these buildings, there'll be I'll show you in a second. Alright, no more ammo. Okay.
All right. I see how it is.
You see how
Seeing
it
you,
is.
Deke.
Okay. So if you go to story, that's his wife. That's that part of that story. But infestation. So if I went to here, it would show up technically if I had a car anyway. On the map, these red blocks, bounty hunter. But anyway, there are areas where there are infestations. And so if I exterminate with the fire bombs, all of those, I get points. Crossbow's good, but it's hard to use, and you have to, like I said, craft your own things.
Good to see you, Deacon.
how's life as a camper?
What I need
Same as ever.
is a motorcycle, because first of all, it takes so long to go from area to area to do the quests without a motorcycle, and secondly, you can get pretty beat up.
Hey, Zanny, keeping your hands clean.
Okay.
Oh, good. Is it right here? Yeah, buddy. Get ready for some old school Brian Murray not being able to ride a motorcycle. But it's helpful because, I mean, there are areas I could go to and show you. There'll be 100 of those zombies, and they will just overrun you. I've been driving this thing, and they jump out and knock me off my bike. Alright, so anyway, what we were doing is... Well, not necessarily important, that. Let's go back to the map. What have I done? Alright. We wanted to go here, right?
This is Radio Free Oregon. The truth shall set you free. Back during the American Revolution,
Once again, follow the yellow brick road.
we gained the beautiful right to keep
It's in the
and
little
bear
HUD
arms.
down in the bottom
A
corner.
right we used to protect ourselves, our families, our property.
Path is not always obvious. Now, this is Copeland. I helped him get the radio going.
Over the years, they stripped us of every gun right they could.
He runs a
Using
whole
few
other
mass shootings
clan of
as an
people, and
excuse to
he's the
curtail
commander.
God-given rights of us, American
Kind of like the guy
citizens.
Negan or whatever from The Walking Dead, you can picture,
There
right?
went the Second Amendment, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you this. When all this
Alright,
shit
so
went
far,
down,
so good.
if
You have to be
every
careful
man was
because if you're not careful
You
with your
think we
bike,
made this
you'll
mess?
break. It takes damage very easily.
this is how the feds wanted it. Disarming the public was just the first step toward getting rid of us all. So who did those gun laws really protect? Sure as hell wasn't us, the American taxpayers. Someday, we have to dig out of this.
And you wouldn't believe how many tunnels there are in
Those who
Oregon.
survived were those
We're
men
about to go
guns.
to one, I believe,
This is
where it
Marco
goes under a
radio
mountain
free
and you have to go in. It's super cool. Oh,
Okay, Cope, this time you got me. I'll take all the guns I
yeah,
can get my
easy
hands
right.
on.
He just died.
Ain't no one taking him
Peter
away from me.
Fonda. Speaking of Easy Rider. Alright, careful, Paul. Like I said, you can die if you crash, but you can damage your bike. You can fix it too. But here's the other cool thing, / terrible thing. So I can go a certain amount of distance. I may make it to this area I'm going. Oh, see, that damaged my bike. But I'm running out of gas as I go. So along the way are little plastic red gas cans. Oops. With nozzles and all that, and you have to stop and look around town areas to see if you can find one if you run out of gas. If you want to use the bike, but so it's something you have to think about. Like if you're going 1.1 kilometers, so that's quite a while, you may actually want to stop halfway and pick up some gas and look around. Oh no, whoa, God, they're badass, they're terrible. I have been to some of these areas, so that's why I'm not necessarily stopping. They are beautiful, they're majestic.
I gotta finish burning out this infestation zone.
It's a motel, yeah, we're not going to do that right now. Oh, did I run out of gas? I did.
Son of a bitch!
Alright, I get it. Terrible. Oh, run away. Run away. Holy freak. That can't be good. Oh, that's kind of cool. There are always things to grab. Can't leave my bike though, you know what I mean? The quest really isn't as important as my bike. Yeah, he did, yeah, Easy Rider just croaked. See, but I already opened this right here. That was like where I got ammo. If I don't get out of their sight line for long enough, they are gonna... They're gonna know exactly where I am. So meanwhile, yeah, we gotta look for a gas can. This is like straight out of a horror book. There's fuel. Now see, I can make, I already have them, but, so if you go L1 on the controller up here, you have, you see that pipe bomb? That's not good. I wanted the other thing. Molotov cocktail, anyway. That's how you burn out the nests. But L1 opens up this menu, and so then you can get back in. And now you do have a silencer on this gun. I guess I didn't grab it, but you can put it on your handgun. And that's the one benefit of using the crossbow. Yeah, they run insanely fast. So, I mean, it may seem like I'm hiding, but it's only because I'm hiding. Yeah, they're super annoying. But, I mean, I don't tend to hide for too long. You just gotta let them calm down. Because ultimately, like I said, you don't really want to fight them. You want to just get to your destination. I think later you might get better weapons, and then it might be more fun to fight them. But practically speaking, see that right there? That's a nest. That stuff coming out of the window. I am screwed. But, and my weapon's broke and I'm using my mag. Oh, shit. See, that's the sign of a nest. See how it looks like a bird nest? That's the nest. So how do I get back to my Molotov? Come on, you punks. Oh, you know what I could do is just throw it.
Here, catch!
Oh man, heal. Run like a nest destroyed. And you can actually hide in this grass, like a ninja. The question is, well, are they still too pissed off? Yes, they are. But for the most part, you can. Sorry, handicap. Oh my! I just cornered myself in that area. Is that gasoline? Oh, come on. I never would have thought it, but you saw me die. The great thing about that is it tends to reset everything, including my bike. Now I can look for gasoline again. But see how I just ran out of gas? How lame that is. Oh, here. The game is so sympathetic. Warms my heart.
Needed this.
Ultimately, the game will lead to some form of yeah, it's silly, right? Betrayal, I'm sure, but I mean, ultimately, because my wife essentially in the game is dead. Oh, I thought my thing broke anyway. The guy I was with, the Spanish fellow, we were going to head north, but we thought it was less crazy. I mean, I guess that's British Columbia or something like that, but... part of the story you miss, which, I mean, I guess it'd be cool if they could condense it, is one of the people you meet, her dad was here investigating certain plants for certain chemicals, sort of like the legendary people who went to South America looking for possibly, cures / psychotropic drugs and things like that. But anyway, it's connected to, of course, the Nero Corporation is what it's called. We'll go by one at the end of this camp. They're the ones with the Black Hawk helicopters who drop down. But they're the ones who've been chemically altering people and testing the subjects is the point of the game. Yeah, die and start the day over. That is kind of a cool concept. Well, and there's a lot of proof that maybe reality is like that, but of course, in this reality, for some reason, we're all too afraid to test it. Right? We treat it more real than the real has to be, but I guess I'm okay. Oh, what happened? You hear that music? It's like, hey cowboy, you're not going the right way. Well, it's hard to keep that HUD in. Oh, see that question mark? That would be fun to check out. The HUD in your mind. Oops. In your eye. Like, you gotta do both. You gotta be like, okay, I'm following this yellow line, and there's deer paths, or whatever you want to call these paths, all over the place. But you know what? If I play this for a month like I did Far Cry 4, 5, or 3, I'll memorize all the landscape at some point. And I gotta say, to the people who built it, like, pretty impressive landscape. It does look like, I've driven through Oregon, so it reminds me of Oregon quite a bit, so good job. Oops. See? Imagine if they didn't give you a little yellow line and a HUD. How long this game would take you just by exploring and having to go places and have things happen. It'd take forever. As it is, like, oops, damn it. Well, I may, if I do that, and oh, yeah. See, this is my home base. Dismount. Good horse. Anyway, if you if the car was, or the bike was broken at any rate, you hit circle, and then you heal it or whatever. So it is potentially healable, but you can't manifest gasoline. So this is your friend, who you buddy up with, but he got attacked and he got his arms to be ready to burn by the bad guys.
I know, I was...
Well, hold on.
No, I'm all right, Just... trying to get clear, you know?
You're burning up.
Ugh, my head's pounding like a mother.
You're burning up.
No, I'm just tired.
Okay, stay here. Rest. I'll think of something.
Look, I don't need a goddamn babysitter. I'm fine.
Shit. Come on. Think.
So bear in mind, these two characters used to ride the streets of Oregon with their on their Harley Davidson motorcycles or whatever they were, and with their blue jean jackets. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see the back of the jacket I'm wearing. I don't know if it says Dragon.
Here, come here. I'll show you.
No,
what
I
you're
think it
looking
says
for.
Mongoose. But I think they both have the same.
Found it.
Earlier in the game, a guy says, "Well, there's
All
not
right,
too many
come on,
people around here
focus.
wearing colors or
All right.
whatever." You know what I mean?
So this one is called Lavandula and Goose.
Oh, you're in Oregon?
Lavender?
Yes. Well, I'm still paying off my student loan, so I will stick with Latin, but you can call it that.
Yeah, get your
Yeah, the
money's
skin
worth. Go
doesn't
for
do
it.
too well being
Okay, come on,
burned.
give me your hand. All right. So you want to put one hand around the flower, and then put the other hand back.
All right, so this
down,
is his.
Okay.
just like that, and then you pull nice
Well, I
and
mean,
slow.
I haven't found if it's his wife, but it's the woman he loves,
Excuse
and
me,
she
sir, this is
ended
not a
up
weed
getting
you have to
stabbed
inject.
in all the chaos,
Apply
and
pressure.
Oh, yeah.
he's
but-
pretty sure she died.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go. There you go. That's perfect.
There's not entirely any evidence to say one way or another. Yeah, the
And
Brotherhood.
it doesn't
yeah.
smell very good.
Okay, you hold on to those, and I'm gonna collect more.
Well, I would say one thing about the Brotherhood, in any sense, is that
So,
at least it
what
demands of
happened?
people a code of
Well, the guys
ethics.
at the
You
lab
know
are
what I
pretty
mean?
excited. They think they have this subspecies which might have mutated monoterpenoids, which produce a modified linalool that...
That is so... Oh my god. Thank you, Einstein. Thank you.
Sorry. It has a chemical that we can use to synthesize a new medicine for burn patients.
Where I'm from, the only weed used for medicine is the kind that you smoke. You know, Boozer knows a guy with a farm that's about 3 miles up the road.
Oh, that's great. Boozer's gonna wind up in prison and take you with him.
So what else do you guys make? Like chemical weapons, WMDs, shit like that?
No. Well, at least not me.
Yeah?
It's in my contract. None of my research can be used for military purposes.
Hey, there's more over here.
Wait,
Oh,
stop.
come on, the weather's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Hold on.
What's wrong?
Well, I didn't mean stop that.
Come on, what is it?
It's a long story.
Well, that's okay. We can just walk. I like walking.
So,
Well, I don't know what that
why don't you
was
tell me about your
but
plants.
Really? Okay.
Apparently
this
he's
particular
afraid of the
genus
water.
is adventitious.
he doesn't
Want me to
he
ask?
doesn't do very well in
It
the
means
water.
not
You can
native
only
to
go
the
about
city.
waist deep with
They
them.
got me for that.
It's the one game so
Who?
far
Oh, shit,
in
I
a long
asked.
time where the character
Peter
can't
Steen
swim.
Ogden, first explorer to come through this part of
But they haven't brought up any
He and some
water
of the other
issues at
early
all. I'm
explorers
sure
brought all
it's
their
just
medicinal herbs and plants with them.
probably a
Somehow.
weird coincidence.
And now they're growing here. Mostly along the shores of small lakes and ponds.
He is
white
moving so
explorer.
slow.
Oh, look at you. Being all politically correct.
Don't buy
Yeah.
into all the biker stereotypes you see.
Well,
on
the cool
TV.
thing about Atari
Actually,
in the
quite
day is, I
charming.
guess, our imaginations
The MC's got
more
a
than
couple of
filled in
brothers,
the blanks
One fully patched.
for a
I
couple
don't think I've
squares
seen
moving
one
around
decent
a
color
black
since
screen.
I arrived in your strange little
I mean, we're the generation that made this
Yeah,
all
Jack
possible.
actually had
Even
some
though
guys bust in
I
from
only do
Sacramento
art,
just to
but I
piss off
never,
our
I,
skinhead
in a way,
rivals.
wish I could make video games.
No, he did not. I'm kidding. Jersey Jim's an old buddy of mine.
He must have a
Patched him and
water phobia
myself,
for
we
sure.
served in the same unit. Come by
But
the
I,
clubhouse
that's why I say
sometime,
my
show you
hats off
around.
to these people
You
who've
like
made
the guy.
these
He's
virtual
funny as shit.
worlds.
He makes a mean margarita.
Well, I have to be in the lab early on Monday, so.
I mean, it's
I'll
up to
have us
people
back
like
in
any
bed by 10.
anything and like any weapon.
How
Don't
can I
you
refuse
know,
an
or
offer
any
like
idea.
that?
Don't get too
Okay, you try
invested in
picking
it, so
some
it
now.
sucks up all your time.
Lavender. You want me to
But,
pick
I mean,
lavender?
it's definitely to be
Yep.
appreciated.
And bring me 3 plants and don't.
At night, you'll
touch
see
them.
that when you look
Oh,
up
I'm gonna crush her.
the graphics, you can
Come
see the
on.
whole entire galaxy, like one of those high definition photos. You'll see all the stars and like the Milky Way. It's pretty crazy. And I have no doubt that these are like there are areas in Oregon that this is taken from. You know what I mean? No doubt. And now, of course, I don't know what we're doing here. Oh man. Oh. Let's see what happens if I go in the water. Oh, leaving mission zone. Oh man. Am I supposed to kiss her? The hell? Oh wait, am I supposed to? I don't have psychic powers yet. It's not as bad as you think. We have VR here. We finally broke down, but I used it when we got it. I haven't used it since. It's been over a year. There's nothing really to do with it. It's not as comfortable as you'd think, and frankly, I would prefer to have a world like this just to walk in with no like only animals and you know what I mean, like, and maybe just fish and do stupid things like that. So. And I think that's what they're not focusing on. And not that it would ever replace the world, but I mean, like, for those people, maybe handicapped and things like that, who can't actually get out in the world, in the forest, and see mountains like this, and catch trout that are 28 inches. Anyway, like, that's more VR to me. Like, it's kind of cool, but it's still dizzying, it's hard on your eyes, it's a heavy headset. I'm glad we have it, but it's not. My son enjoys it. He plays a game called Beat Saber, and so he enjoys that. I think the more interactive ones, because it has the 2 wands, those are pretty cool. But right now, there's no one's really supporting it in video games. Can somebody help me? What am I doing? Time lapse. What is that? No, it's nothing. Help, help, help. When I walk away, I'm leaving the mission zone. Am I supposed to punch her or something? Throw her in the river? Buy her a brand new car. No, that's the problem. They don't yet. The graphics aren't quite there, so they have to do it on a limited basis. You're not really, even though these are, like clearly two-dimensional looking if you look sideways at the, but it's like, it's even less, because it's a lot of computing power. It's incredible. Even to do this with all those zombies, it's incredible. I can't quite figure out, anyway, like, so for all, and then you got to think of all the other things, like the missions, and it's an incredible amount of computing going on. But I think eventually, this is my theory, is that eventually, if we all survive, that we'll have movies and video games will be indistinguishable. And essentially, you'll put your VR on, and it'll be like this, and it, you know, everyone's experience of the new movie will be different. But they'll have a similar experience because it'll, and then eventually, people might choose to be in an experience where it's just this with everybody, and everything in the whole entire area, it might be seem like a whole world, is inhabited by real people. You know what I mean? So if you went into this world and it was VR world, and this lady would be Susie Atkins or whatever, you know what I mean? That she'd be, when she's not in VR, that character would be sleeping, and when she came out, it would be a real person. So that's all coming. The practicality or interest of it, I guess, of why you would do it necessarily. I mean, except for it's just an interesting virtual experience that you're having, similar to a real experience of meeting people, but you can do it in fantastic locations, right? You know, can anyone tell me why I'm leaving a mission zone I don't get? I just hit all the buttons on that side and on that side. Help me. Do I gotta chop down the tree? Can't punch you. Well, exactly. You play as yourself in the thing, and it would be all first person. And then you could do something like Total Recall and be Arnold for the movie or whatever, you know. All that superimposing is definitely infinitely easy, but it's all just, I think what's going to happen is a micro revolution again, where we can kind of, what they've done to make video games easy to make now is they make templates, and so people can just make skins for these beings. In the old days, you had to make the actual frame for the being, and that took a while. You had to do, however, you know, like triangulation or whatever to make it all happen. So now you can buy, as a company, packets. And that's already started in some of like the virtual chat rooms and stuff. But, you know, I think in the future it'll be like areas like this, you know, where everyone would be looking down from Mount Everest or whatever, and it'll kind of, aside from the cold, feel like the wind's blowing, and it can be as realistic as you want, or it can look like Minecraft. You know what I mean? That's the thing about video games. This is getting real looking, but ultimately, how real does it, you know, like, if it gets too real, then it's not real, or whatever, it's too real, so. You always want this bit of art to the animation. It's animation, you know, you want to, I mean, I think it would help with your sanity anyway. As far as being able, you know, like most people, as this progresses, and most people are born into this, like, see, my generation was around with, you know, table pong or whatever, so, like, we're used to the expression of graphics growing and growing and growing, and what it became. But, like, some people are being born into touch screen technology. When I was a kid, touch screen technology, you couldn't even, a remote control barely worked. So, you know, it's come a long way. So it'll be interesting to see what the next generation even thinks up for what a video game may or may not be like. I'm just suggesting an idea, and it always seemed pretty, I mean, you know, because we grew up with Choose Your Own Adventure books,
Good for
right?
you.
So, like, why wouldn't it be cool to choose your own adventure for games and movies? Well, no, exactly. Why would you want all the intestines? And I mean, you know, we want flies next, and you know, like a thing under your nose that smells like rotting flesh. Like, it's not. I mean, hopefully in the future, games will become less about. You know, I think right now the funny thing is, and I mean, why not? Like, is games went from just shooting, like, Galaga and all that, to like another type, and then it came back to shooting, and now people feel bad about shooting, so like we kill zombies, right? Because what better to kill than zombies? Why did she? I picked the stuff up. So sorry.
Last one.
Great, bring him here.
That brings me back to the original point of listening.
Wow, gallantry.
I wasn't
alive
listening
and
to what
feral
she
after
said.
all.
No. It's not. I didn't kill him.
Hey, aw, poor guy.
Well, this is
Is it
awkward.
the one we're gonna smoke later?
No, but this is the one we're gonna drink. I make this killer herbal tea with it.
I'll bet.
Hey, all right. If you come over, then I will.
He
make
looks
it
like a
for
New
you,
Yorker.
As long as you give me a ride home.
All right.
You're
Great.
gonna be a believer.
And we'll grab a beer for myself on the way over.
The wolves are big in this game. They are giant. They're almost like werewolves. I'm like, what the hell? So that's why, like, it's ironic. Like, oh, well, especially until, like, even Far Cry, if you don't build up your weapons, I still haven't learned how to upgrade them. You want to be on a motorcycle to do long journeys, or, you know, a vehicle. Unfortunately, right now, the only vehicle I can drive is a motorcycle. And that offers limited protection. But it does keep you on the edge of, like, your seat. Cool. I mean, the one thing I will say about this game, it does have some dialogue, and it does have that going on for it, but the story still runs fairly thin, like what's really going on. Like, that was the total of the experience. I just came up to this guy. He's freaking out. But not really. His whole original plan was to go north. He's kind of given up on that. But meanwhile, he's just sitting up here. Obviously, I have to get him antibiotics or something. But, I mean, they're doing the best they can for a video game. But. I actually have to get off for a second. 58%. Do I have gasoline up here? And I wouldn't say it's a flaw, but I would say it's a bit sketchy that it does put an edge of suspense on the whole game to have to fill your gas tank. I will go for that. Alright.
Sorry, I'm a little out of it. What, you said something?
It's something Sarah showed me a few summers ago before. Yeah. Anyway, there's a plant that grows out here called lavender. It grows in the shade, along rivers, lake shores. I'm gonna see if I can find some.
Shit, brother. The way my arm's feeling, I'll try anything, but fuck the lavender. Bring something I can smoke.
Whatever. I'm gonna find some of this shit, I'm gonna make a burn salve out of it, and you're gonna shut the hell up about it.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, brother. Just going stir crazy up here, you know?
Don't worry, Booze Man. We're riding north, I swear to God, not too much longer. You hear me?
Yeah, out.
Why are we riding north? Whoa. So my next destination is there. What is this? How can I identify this? What? Oh. There we go. I'm hoping I'm conserving gas. Oh. Doesn't steer very well, but we're here again on motorcycle. You don't do a lot of steering. That had to happen. That was a bummer. Well, welcome to your first horde, if you haven't seen a horde. That's why motorcycles are, oh man, isn't that exciting. Let's try that again. Let's not pause. I'm lost. Horde strategy. Oh man. I am so lost. Let's see. But, yeah, I'm not dead, so that's a good thing. What is this crisscross I've got to do? Oh, it's a train track.
Good old Nero death trains. Yeah, that was a real good idea. Digging mass graves and hauling all these corpses out here.
Oh man, Don't really know what. I feel like I'm here. Alright, new strategy, It might require me to not go there. Find lavender.
What the... Jesus, better have a look around, Deke.
Alright, that was a total fail and I'm just wasting gas. Oh, you can't climb. See the horse better be than that, I would say. I need to look around. I need to see what It's lavender. It's a terrible place to be looking for lavender. You have distraction stones. You can pick from your menu, and then you can throw with L2 and R2. Time doesn't travel very fast in this.
Yeah.
I do think it's a little easier in the daytime. beginning to doubt that the lavender is worth it. But if you don't do the lavender, then really what is the point of playing? Oh my. That's a lot of zombies. So we get a better view for everybody. What the? Oh, always confused. Oh man. That's terrible. I'm dead. I'm going to escape among them. I wish there was something interesting you could do with the boards.
Can't full of spoilers. The assholes will try to ambush me.
That's all I could do. All I can do is escape them. It's not looking very good right now. Honestly, what I've got to do is pick lavender. Alright. Okay. Oh, I just kind of gave up there. Alright, well, because it seems like an impossible task with the evening, so. Alright, now let's just try to be quiet.
Bounty.
Oh, man.
How's that?
Alright, so we're heading for the yellow. Dark crossbow. Silent weapons are better. Silence is better. We are seeking 3 lavender plants.
Always need this.
And that's not one of them. And there are a lot of zombies. You can mark them with R2. And the thing about this game is these zombies just wander everywhere. So you have to be very careful where you are. Some games they have like a definite pattern. These don't. Maybe a distraction will help. Oh, look at them. What's that? These are all zombies. See, that just came up out of nowhere. You want a quiet weapon, or you're just gonna make a mess. That was not. Even he didn't do Oh man, that's just making a mess. Once you trigger them,
Blast.
and there are so many that you see that, and that's just. It's not even all of them. I don't remember how to. The plant we're looking for is down there. I don't like that. Making the noise. Not gonna be good.
Come on.
Butter if it can. This guy's dead.
Come on.
What did they all do out here when they can't get off it? Oh, no. I have a... stamina medicine. That was good. Good waste. Stop it. I got it. Where's my bike? Nero Corporation. Terrible. Stop it. I just got the plants I needed. I would turn back so you guys can see how awesome it is, but it's not awesome. New button. Lead through the woods. Oh yeah. And use up all that health I got. Stop it. Fuck on that, guys. Anyway. It's not entirely what I intended to do, but... oh man, and it took away all my lavender. Darn this thing. apologize for that. I exited the room for 2 seconds and look what happens.
What happened?
I was just standing here and all of a sudden I went and had a bit of a cigarette. A zombie was eating my neck.
That is
Well, I was earlier explaining that how, I mean, the zombies really just wander. They're just,
Yeah. Alright, I'm rolling back down. I'm going to myself some ice cream. I brought her a Swiss earlier to buy myself a honey.
oh,
Hey, bud. You getting viewers?
oh, one person's watching.
I thought you had like 4 earlier. Pretty rad.
Now I just want to hide, but my original plan, if I could just pull it off, and I can't, too many of them noticed me. Cuckoo Pikachu, man. I just don't know how it's possible to attempt to approach a horde and then I don't even have health. This is clearly about stealth and misdirection. It's not about... I mean, I don't think they have enough weapons in this game to fight that many zombies. But I should be able to sneak past them, I would guess. Uh-oh. Very low. Come on. I'm already out of distraction stones, too. It's turned into a real bummer. I guess the problem is every time I die and I come back, I'm coming back. I was hoping with the things that I had before I died, but I don't think that's the case. So, I'm gonna run away. Oops. Reload. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We're gonna go to another area that's not a giant horde. Alright, so not the map. Story. Let's go back to the infestation. Like always on a map, certain parts are, I mean, maybe open to you, but you're not necessarily experienced or your weapons aren't upgraded enough or anything of that nature to really deal with it, so. I think it's best to ignore that area for a while. Try something else. I mean, like I said, it is nighttime, so it is possibly practically harder. A lot of times you can find, well, a lot of times I say that there are beds you can sleep in for the night. I'm not near one. That could be a problem. You gotta be kidding me. Really good time in my life.
Bam.
Stop it.
Fast.
Just don't even want Not unless you're next to the ammo store. So of course on the bike hit R2 to go forward and L2 to go backwards. Or stop. What are all these vagrants doing on a night party? Okay, we're about to go in a tunnel. However, you see that question mark? I like question marks. So there is a building here, and I guess I've never been here. And that's almost as exciting as anything. Whoa, okay. Huh. Oh no, it's in the room. Well, let's see. The doors are locked. Otherwise, I've been. But you go back because sometimes you're full on all your things. So in crafting, if you go down, you're holding L1 and then you drop again, you can hold L1 and you'll craft certain. That's crossbow bolts. You can do medicines. No. That's not the question mark. How far away is the question mark going to be? And it's fairly convoluted, I will tell you. Things that seem accessible sometimes, logically, are not. Once again, if you memorize the map, of course, that will change. But I guess it's a clever game dynamic to kind of get you to explore more of the map.
Need this?
So here's another.
What do we got?
You grab it because it's something. It's one in your arsenal up top. You know, it's your other. Your melee weapon. It doesn't necessarily say, but the plants are probably for medicine, like every game. I don't really see much. In the way of question mark, what is a path? I don't even understand.
Okay. Finally.
Oh man. Is that gunfire?
Open the gate.
I'm seeing it. Open the gate.
What are we at Copeland's?
Deacon, keeping an eye on that gas tank. The one with the custom paint job you've been asking about.
Manny, what's going on?
I'll be here. No, I'll
That's
keep an eye out for
promising.
more
You can
shit.
fix up your bag.
See you get see you around so much.
What's going on?
That'll last you. Freaks ain't gonna mess with you now. All right.
Well, make it all, oh, you know what I can do? Wait,
Can I help you? What? Not enough credits?
sell me
See ya.
something.
Deke. Good. Got something you might be interested in.
Yeah, don't bet on it, Cope. I'm busy.
Too busy to hear about a Ripper camp? Here? In the Cascade Wilderness?
Rippers up here? Where?
Thought you might be interested. I heard how you and Boozer got hit by it. In fact, I haven't seen Boozer around much, have I?
Where, Cope?
Up by Separation Meadow. Flack, you know her, don't you? Saw him firsthand. Past their camp when she was out on a supply run.
Don't worry. I'll take care of him.
Alright, so that's how you achieve different missions. What I'm looking at kitchen. Interesting. Continue. Oh, well, yeah, now there are deer and wolves and, you know, different animals, not many, deer anyway, for sure, that earlier it was mentioned would give you points or something like that, so. If along your trail, if you're moving slowly and carefully, you can probably
Hope
catch
says
the
you've
deer
been helping
and
out
then
around
sell
the
it
camp.
here.
Hold on a second. I'll get it.
Now, if you when
Manny
you
is
kill
still not
zombies
happy
by
with you.
hand, you catch their ear, and you can also sell that.
You know, you can say that.
Oh wait, can I?
Deacon, keeping an eye on that gas tank.
No,
The
we
one
can
with the
keep an
custom
eye on
paint
that.
job you've been asking about.
Hey, Manny.
Um,
Not buying today.
I want to know how to. I can't help anybody on the upgrades yet. That's mystery to me. We can see if our skills have improved. I've unlocked many. I mean, you earn skill points. Looks like I have one. I don't think anything's open to buy. Those are earned by completing missions, obviously. So.
All right.
Oh, these
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah, nice. A single ear. Great. Wow, nice.
I mean, essentially, if I collect people or
Hey,
do
thanks.
random things like that, for the
See you
missions,
later.
you'll get
See you later.
extra points. I don't recall doing too many bounties, but
Hey, been seeing you around, boy.
Hey, Manny.
You, need something, man?
What's up, Manny?
We can fill your bike up if you need it. Oh, yeah, that's a good piece. I'll wrap that up for you. Cool. Need anything else? Good choice, man. Good choice. Look me up if you need anything else.
okay, thank you so much. Oh, you did say something
you
about
need a
fueling it
refuel?
up, right?
Yo, you need fuel?
Beautiful, thank you.
Should have more stuff later.
Alright, I'm gonna end it for here. I'm in the camp. I'm safe. Everybody have a great night.